Hi, today we're going to be talking about rejection and what it means and how to find a way spiritually to conquer rejection in terms of our feeling, our reaction to rejection, the hurt, anger, and all of that gets onto it. It's easy to put it on the place of the ego while you're just in your ego. But really, if we explore and examine this in any detail, we find it's a lot more involved than that. I had things within me that caused me to be very, very reactive to rejection. I didn't like it. I felt hurt by it. I would ignore people. I had anger. Didn't express the anger, but it was there nevertheless. And I just felt, as many things, this is just a fact of life. I don't like rejection, but I get rejected, and, it's kind of a ongoing cycle. I had a friend. He was a mentor for many years. I knew him quite well, and he didn't have any problem with any criticism or rejection. It almost like rolled right off his back. It didn't faze him in one bit. I never understood what makes the difference that I reacted to rejection. He has no connection to it. I asked him many times, like, I feel hurt, I feel rejected. And his answer would be, you only reject yourself. Well, at the time, that didn't make any sense. It's like, well, what do you mean? I've been rejected by so-and-so. I didn't reject myself. And it didn't make sense, but I was finding patterns happening. I didn't like them, and I wanted to do something about it. So I made a real strong effort to get to the bottom of it. I went within and, started looking at my reaction, what was happening. I felt like the reaction that I was having inside, the emotions, were much bigger than the event itself. And then I started looking at it, and I started going in to actually, in a meditation, a type of meditation, to breathing and feeling the emotions that were going, just being with them. Not trying to make them go away, not trying to explain them, not trying to judge them, nothing. Just allow them to be where they were. And there was a connection to being rejected early in life. I also had some professional help, but that's basically where I traced it. And it was like the original wound. The original wound was basically that I got rejected, and it set up a very painful, and I felt that I was unlovable. I felt I was not worthy of love. I felt there was something wrong with me. I felt that if somebody rejects me, that they have authority, that they know, and their authority is absolute. And what is it about me? But I found that this was something that was connected to the reaction I was getting in the present. And so I just was with. I basically would meditate and be with my breath and feel what was going on. Allow it to come up. At the same time, being spiritual and being, connected to higher beings. At least those are my ultimate teachers. And I asked for help. And through a process of doing that, I found that link between the original cause or the original trauma and the reaction today was beginning to dissolve, become less and less. Also, I could remind myself when there was rejection that it wasn't quite as strong or as big as it seemed. And so this is something that I would encourage people to breathe and go within and take ownership. It comes back to what my friend said about we reject ourselves. And when I made that connection, I basically made sense about I'm really rejecting me. And I thought in the light of I was rejected, I had a wound, I had a trauma, and I was being reminded and gave people that were rejecting me the power to reject myself, to not honor myself. What I saw that needed to be done was self-love. It's like I don't feel good about myself. I don't know why. I'm finding there is a link there, but I'm going to love myself. I'm going to find a way of loving myself, not rejecting me, no matter what, no matter what. And I think if we look at this from a standpoint that we're interconnected in energy and we create our reality, part of it is that that wound in early childhood was creating situations that I was getting rejected. And then also I was seeing it in much harsher tones than what actually was happening. So it was a way of healing. It's a pathway of growing. And it's inner work. It's taking responsibility. But the outcome of this is that you're much happier and you have freedom. And that's really what I want. It was a choice. I wanted freedom. I wanted to heal. I wanted to be whole. I wanted integrated. I knew God. I knew spirituality. But I wanted to integrate that with everything, like my reactions and things where I would feel anger and what's it about. And I found things like anger with that. Don't judge yourself. Basically understand the anger. Understand and see what it's connected to. Because if I judge myself for reactions and emotions, that's not self-love. That's basically rejection of myself. And that just allows that loop to continue and continue, unbroken, until it's me that gets in, understands, has awareness, sees things, feels it, and basically ultimately lets it go. With that, I'm going to close, and I will be back again with another topic. Thank you.